What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to C-Real Productions. Early this morning, James Gunn has delivered some interesting details about his up-and-coming new film, Superman. Going to be start of the brand new DCU, guys. Arguably one of the most important films in James Gunn's career. It is extremely important that this lands with critics and the audience. I have no doubt in my mind that this movie is going to deliver on every single level. The teaser trailer releases on Thursday, 6 a.m. in the morning. I am so overly excited about it. You guys expect so many people to be reacting to it Thursday. It is Warner Brothers, so I'm pretty sure everybody's going to get hit with those copyright claims. Oh, it's going to hurt. It's going to be a bummer. But these details that James Gunn has given for Superman has me really excited, especially about David Corenswet and this particular topic, you guys. I was so fascinated. So apparently James Gunn was against using the Superman trunks, you guys. He was against it until David Corenswet convinced him. And this is what he said. So David Corenswet influenced the decision to wear the trunks. Superman wants kids not to be afraid of him. He's an alien with incredible powers. So he's dressing like a professional wrestler. If that doesn't tell you that David understands this character to its core, then I don't know what to tell you. Just that alone, you guys, gives me all the trust in the world with what David will accomplish with this character. This character will be beloved for ages, you guys. I'm telling you. I am so excited to see his performance, his dynamic performance as Clark Kent and as Superman. I know he's going to deliver an amazing performance. And I always go back to this one particular part from Christopher Reeve in Superman where he transitions from Clark Kent to Superman. And his body posture and all, it is amazing work. It is amazing work. And I know that David is going to deliver something along the lines of what Christopher Reeve did, you guys. I am so excited to see it. We're moving on to some of these more topics. So apparently Superman starts right into the middle of the action. You have to remember, this is already an established world. This isn't an origin story tale for Superman. So he's been Superman for quite some time. Now, it's not like I've been Superman for 25 years. I'm pretty sure it's in the mix of being Superman for 4 to 5 years. So he's established. He understands all of his powers. He probably has all of his power sets, which is really, really interesting to me. I hope they go full throttle. He has the cooling breath and all. We didn't get to see Henry Cavill use the cooling breath until what? Zack Snyder's Justice League? I was like, come on, dude, it's the cooling breath. It's one of his most epic powers of all time. So I can't wait to see how his power set is going to look in this Superman film compared to other stuff. Even from Smallville. I loved how Smallville, each season they gave him a new power set. It was so intriguing to me. The funniest one was the heat vision. He was in class, and all of a sudden he's looking at the substitute teacher, and he has the Hotspur, and all of a sudden he's horny. He's like, oh, God, something's happening. And the heat vision. Oh, I go back. I love that episode so much, you guys. Smallville is so near and dear to my heart. I just love it so much. And apparently Lex Luthor already hates Superman. They don't know who each other, they don't know who each other are, but there's already that established hatred that Lex has for Superman, which I cannot wait for them to explore. Just how much hatred Lex has for Clark, and where it stems from. Obviously, you have Superman, who is a godlike being who is extremely powerful, who bows down to no one. And Lex is kind of in the same ballpark. He's a billionaire. He owns LexCorp. He's an extremely powerful man. But when there's somebody out there more powerful than you, it's going to make you feel some kind of way. And he's in your hometown. There can be that conflict of interest. So that's fascinating. The flying shots were done with small drones, you guys, inspired by Top Gun Maverick. Fascinating to me. Top Gun Maverick was arguably one of the best films of, 2022 when it came out? So damn good. So ridiculously good. Made $1 billion at the box office. The action sequences were really, really well done. If James Gunn is taking inspiration from that has me that much more excited because those flight sequences were incredibly fantastic. And I can't wait to see how David Corenswet's going to look when he goes full Superman. He's going breaking the sound barrier like when Henry Cavill did it in Man of Steel. Like, that shit was awesome. Henry Cavill's first fight in Man of Steel was so fascinating to me. I thought it was so beautiful. And you had the Hans Zimmer, score playing over it. I was like, oh, I cannot wait. Cannot wait, man. John Murphy, you guys, I am so excited for John Murphy's score. You guys don't understand. I'm a big score buff. Scores mean so much to me, honestly. My favorite score of all time, I'm a big John Carpenter fan, so it's got to be Halloween. Halloween's score is so important, so essential to that film. You take away that score, the movie doesn't work as well. That's so fascinating about how scores play a pivotal part into the filmmaking, aspect of these films. Moving on to the next topic, talking about scores. So, more score-driven than song-driven. We all know James Gunn. He's a big music buff. He loves music. Take a look at all of his Guardians films. They're all inspired by, artists and songs that he used to listen to growing up. And they all played a pivotal role to each story, which I loved. I can be honest with you, James Gunn has put me onto so many great songs, so many great artists throughout his Guardians of the Galaxy tenure. It's all great. But the fact that, this film is a lot different than those Guardians films. So the score is more essential to the actual songs. And I'm pretty sure you're going to hear some kind of songs from James Gunn's playlist like he always has. But it's going to be score driven, by John Murphy, you guys, for this particular Superman film. I'm telling you, I have a feeling John Murphy's going to, that's going to be a big one. John Murphy's score for Superman or Michael Giacchino's score for the Fantastic Four First Steps. That is going to be interesting, you guys. Oh, I can't wait. Like, we've heard a tad bit of Giacchino's score for the Fantastic Four, and I love it. It sounds great. But John Murphy's score, inspired by John Williams and Hans Zimmer, that's going to be so crazy. So crazy. Moving on to the next topic, you guys. So, while there's still going to be some funny moments in the film, right? It's not going to be overly funny like the Suicide Squad and the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be more grounded than those particular films, which I'm hoping for. A lot of people are like, man, I'm really hoping that this isn't like, a Suicide Squad or, a Guardians of the Galaxy where there's so many comedic moments that just take away from these important character moments. But not me. I mean, James Gunn understands Superman. He understands it, and the love for this character and the love for the lore that he has, he's not going to throw in a whole bunch of jokes. Superman is not going to be joking around with everybody like he's Chris Pratt's Star-Lord. It's not. He's not. It's going to be so much more deeper than that, and that's what I'm really hoping for. And he also teases at the end of the DCU may be cut. So teases at the end of the film that could potentially lead to DC other DCU projects could possibly be cut. They're still in the editing phase right now, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how much this is going to tease. I know Supergirl's going to be making her appearance in this film, and she has her movie releasing in 2026, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Who knows? Even with Guy Gardner in this film, that could be a tease to Lanterns in that series. There's so much world building in this particular movie, like with Mr. Terrific and all these, like Hawk Girl. It's going to be big. It's going to be massive. And it's going to be kind of hard not to, tease something for the future of, certain characters. But whatever James Gunn does at the end, and, I completely trust his decision making when it involves DC and Superman. Moving on to the next topic, you guys. So Superman wrestles with the legacy of his Kryptonian and human parents. Ooh. Now, I don't think we'll see a Jor-El. I don't think Jor-El's going to be making an appearance in this film. Though I do feel like, we're in the Fortress of Solitude, which I do believe we will see, because the Fortress of Solitude is everything to Superman. It's his whole history. I do believe we'll hear some kind of a voiceover for Jor-El, and if he's going to be struggling with the legacy of his Kryptonian parents and his parents from Kansas, Smallville, like, Jonathan and Martha Kent, it's going to be interesting to me. I really love that dynamic. I love that family dynamic that Clark has, or, Kal-El has with, his Kryptonian heritage, and how important it is, because he is the last son of Krypton. And that obviously means a lot. You were the last person that we know of, right? So I don't know if he's encountered, Supergirl yet, or Zod, things of that nature. So there's so much lore. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do. Though I don't think we're going to jump into Zod, because, Zod's been done before. You know, Man of Steel did Zod, and we saw Zod in the Flash movie, so I don't think that we'll see Zod. But there is potential where they could do something along the lines with, bringing Zod back, because the lore of Kryptonian history is so bright, and, Supergirl, I can't wait, man. Can't wait to see how they're going to handle her particular story in the DCU. And, like his mother and father, in Kansas Smallville on Earth, and how much they mean to him and how much, he loves them. And, the fact that they raised him from a child and, seeing this child grow up with all these, these supernatural abilities, like how are they going to handle that? I would love to see some kind of flashbacks because, I'm such a big softie for, Jonathan and Martha Kent and going back to Smallville, you know what I mean? It's those relationships I learned so much from as a child because I was in my adolescence. I was growing up. So those lessons that Clark was learning in Smallville, I kind of branched off and, was learning the same thing, being a better person, making the right decisions, sacrificing for one another. Those are the great elements of this character, Clark and Superman, that I feel like so many people can really see themselves with. But I can't wait, man. Some of these updates, you guys, have been fantastic. I'm really excited for Thursday. Thursday can't get here soon enough. It is going to be absolutely just mind-boggling when we get to see, this teaser trailer on Thursday. Like, I cannot wait, man. I'm so damn pumped. But please, you guys, stay tuned. Stick around. My trailer reaction will be dropping Thursday sometime around noon. I do work in the morning. I don't get off until 11:30. So I will give you guys my reaction. I will stay off the internet. I will not see nothing. I will not be spoiled. I will not have anybody rip this moment from me. But push your comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about the small little details and updates that James Gunn has given us Superman fans. What are you most looking forward to in this teaser trailer? Me, I'm going to be honest with you, I really cannot wait to hear the score for John Murphy. Post your comments down below and let me know what you guys think. And of course, thank you guys for taking time out of your day for watching C-Roll Productions. Peace.